Alright, what up guys? gdoggcasey here, bringing you yet another StarCraft 2 match, and I'm sad to say this is another Zerg versus Zerg. The only reason why I'm bringing this one to you is because it was an awesome game. So let's go ahead and get started. And yeah, so this is me, gdoggcasey, in the top position here, spawning as the red Zerg. And my opponent for this one is red, the blue Zerg. So we're going to take a look and see the... let me just turn off this music because it's kind of loud. The sound is good though. But yeah, we're going to see what's going to happen in this matchup. I'm just going to say the only spoiler is that it was pretty intense. Especially for a lowly bronze player like me. Now, a little bit of an announcement here is I actually managed to get to the #1 spot in my bronze league. So I've been playing pretty well, especially since I switched over to Zerg. And I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. Red is a silver player. So we'll see exactly how I match up against a silver player. So, as usual, pretty standard opening. Now, this is a pretty big map, and we both know exactly where we are right from the start. Close air positions. But still, going up against a Zerg player, I'm not comfortable opening up with a hatch first. So something that I'm pretty comfortable with right now is the 11 pool. As you see, I dropped that pool down at 11. And I believe my opponent, let's see what he's going for. He's saving up some money. So yeah, he's going to go for, actually, well, it's pretty much like an 11 pool. He had a drone created right after he dropped that. So yeah, so 11 pool for both of us, although I did get my gas a little bit earlier than him. As I've said in my previous videos, I love the gas right after the pool so I can get that Zergling speed nice and quickly. Now he sees this, and I also saw him. I got an Overlord sitting right outside his base here. I should move that out now that I know what's going on, but I kind of wanted to see when he was going to start spawning some Zerglings. Yeah, so actually our timing is pretty close. I got the pool down a little bit before him, and depending on how quick I react, I may be able to get some Zerglings out. React. There we go. I got 4 Zerglings coming out. Mining off gas right now, and yeah, everything so far is pretty standard for me. I just like to get these 4 Zerglings over at his base pretty early just to see, you know, see what kind of stuff he's got going on there, and maybe even be able to do some damage if he's not ready for it. But unfortunately for me, he is getting the 4 Zerglings. He's getting a queen just like me, and he also invested in a spine crawler here, which is pretty defensive. I mean, it's not really a bad move because, as you'll see, it actually plays a pretty good part in helping him defend. So here we go. I got my Zerglings coming. He did see that with his Overlord, and he's got his Zerglings ready to go already anyway, so this isn't really going to do very much, and plus that spine crawler is just about to finish, so just checking to see if he expanded early, and he's actually floating quite a bit of minerals right now. I'm not really sure what his plans are there, but here we go. A little bit of engagement here, but I actually just wanted to move in. I wasn't really trying to attack. This is more like a little scouting party, but then I made a bit of a new move, and I'm like, alright, I'm just going to get out of here. And I lose 2 Zerglings, and I believe that these 2 get away. And we can see from red here, dropping the macro hatch pretty early, and also picking off an Overlord that I left there. That's why I should have moved it out. But yeah, we'll see his Zerglings actually did pull back, so these 2 managed to survive. Alright, so Zergling speed over half done. And right now I'm just pumping out a bit more Zerglings. I was a little nervous because he made Zerglings just as fast as I did, and you never really know when a low-level player is just going to start spamming Zerglings against you. So I just wanted to make sure I had a good defense for that. Plus Zergling speed is out, so, well, it will be out very shortly, so I figured, you know, I can actually do some damage with these as well, and expand behind it. So he opts for the macro hatch, and I opt for the actual expansion here, so we'll see exactly the difference that has. Obviously I'll be getting a bit more income from mine, so that's why I opt for that. So I notice he's sending out a little Zergling party here, but I got speed, so I have absolutely no problem dealing with these guys. And busting out another queen here, so I can go ahead and inject larva on both hatches here, and he also has 2 queens, or does he? No, he doesn't. I thought he did. Well, he'll be getting another queen later on, I guess. But here's a little bit of a... Well, I guess there might have been a run by, or a little bit of engagement. I think I killed a bunch of his Zerglings and he got away with 2. So just settling for the Zelnaga Tower right now. And yeah, just going. Picking off an Overlord here over the expansion. Good idea. And we see red here going for a pretty early lair. I'm not even really sure what's early at this point. I like to get my lair around 8 or 9 minutes. Or 7. I guess I went for a pretty early lair as well, but he actually started it before me, so we'll see. And he's actually supply capped right now after I killed that last Overlord. And I'm supply capped just because I'm not making Overlords, so a little bit of a lack of skill right there. But I am dropping the Baneland Nest because I noticed a bunch of Zerglings, and you can see them here as well. So just checking the timing for his expansion. I do see he is dropping one now. So he's actually going to be ahead of me in terms of production because he's got the 3 hatches. And unfortunately I wasn't able to really do much here. I kind of lost all my Zerglings. Gotta avoid that. Yeah, and he's pumping out some Zerglings. He's pumping out another queen for his macro hatch. And yeah, but I've already got my 2nd queen. So right now I think my production is higher than him. Although he's killed off way more Zerglings than I have, just because I've been sending them in there. So there goes his expansion up and running now. He actually had a pretty decent drone transfer there. Good timing on that. And a bunch of lings over here. But I got the Baneling Nest. And hopefully sometime soon I will be morphing some of these into Banelings. There we go. Whole bunch there. I love Banelings. And let's take a look at his base here. He is dropping down a Spire. And he has a Roach Warren as well, which is... I mean, I guess it's good if he saw my Baneling Nest. Which, maybe he didn't. No, I don't know. Maybe he's seen it. Let's take a look. Has he seen my... No, he hasn't. He actually doesn't know about pretty much anything going on in my base right now. But I guess it was a lucky building for him to build to get some roaches out. They're also good against lings too, which I have been throwing at him. So, I mean, pretty standard there. But he's got the Spire now almost completed. And I haven't even started mine yet. So, looking like I could be in a little bit of trouble. Also going to take my 3rd here. I missed that a little bit earlier. Queen's already made and ready to go. And yeah, so look what he's built. Red, my opponent here, is building 5 Corruptors right off the bat. And I'm really not too sure why he decided to do that. I mean, pretty much in every matchup, Zerg tends to build a bunch of Mutalisks, and it is pretty, like, heads-up decision for him to go with Corruptors in case he was expecting Mutalisks. And something, look at all these Overlords here. I don't know why I put that many there, but you're going to see pretty shortly here what's going to happen to those Overlords. And this is my first time seeing Corruptors, and I'm like, what? Corruptors? This is actually the first time I've had an opponent, like, pretty much rush Corruptors. And I'm finally dropping my Spire. Where did I put it? Over here. Because I didn't want him to see that I had it. And I know he can float Overlords in here. And look at this. How many Overlords has he just picked off? Like, about 5 of them. And he's going to get all of them as well. So I do drop a couple Spore Crawlers. Not really in the best place, but... I mean, I was a little, I was a little frantic there. Like, holy shit, he's going to take out all my Overlords. Spire's just finishing now, though, so hopefully I can, I don't know, I mean, I'm not really excited about making Mutalisks to counter those, so we'll have to see exactly what I do. I am refilling up on Overlords here, building 5 at a time, and my gas count is looking pretty high. So is his. He's got some high minerals and some high gas here, so if he felt like it, he can pump out a bunch of mutas right now. He'd be in a good spot, and I'm sorry, I guess I missed what was going on there, sending a bunch of lings over. And Banelings to take care of that natural expansion there, and he's like spawning drones over, or he's long distance mining from the gas, sending his Corruptors in just to take a look at what's going on. And I continue to make lings. Like I said in previous videos, I love sending lings. I love sending Banelings. It's just it's something that I like right now. Hiding them over here. I'm not sure if you can see them or not, but all I wanted was a little bit of time to get some Banelings out, because I know he's got Zerglings and drones. I mean, I have no problem blowing up drones either. And he's going to respond by building 6 mutas here. And still at this point, he's still picking off those overlords. And yeah, and I'm still not like, I got a few drones over here. I'm not really very well saturated at all in any of these bases. Those corruptors are annoying as hell. So my lings get cleaned up there as I just sent them up the ramp. And now he's got mutas and corruptors. So let's see what he decides to do with those, as I'm building 34 lings at a time right now. Because I had literally no army at that point. I mean, after I lose my lings, I'm pretty much left with nothing. So he sees, obviously, the lings coming, and let's see what he does to prepare for that. He does have another hatchery going down. He just cancels it right away. Very good move by him. I'm going to see if I can do some sort of run-by here and take out some of his drones. And let's take a look at the worker count. Is it this one? Yeah, I've got 9 drones now. And then all of a sudden I start, I don't know what's going on here. This is something that still confuses me. Like when all the drones are clumped up, I tend to not kill any, and all my lings end up just dying. But I did get 9 of them, so that's not too bad. And if we take a look at the income here, I'm up by 4 harvesters right now, but at this point of the game, we're both pretty low. So yeah, I need to focus on droning up a little bit, and I believe I'm doing that. Yeah, I'm getting 9 drones here, and I'm starting to get my own little pack of mutalisks here. But my income is not really that good in terms of minerals. I'm great for gas. That's, you know, I planned on stockpiling that gas in order to get out a bunch of mutas, but I just didn't really have the income for it, and I had to keep replacing my lings that I was throwing away. And let's see, he is actually building another hat. Oh yeah, okay, he went to go rebuild his expansion yet again. And I got 6 more mutas coming out, so I'm just biding my time waiting for them. Or maybe I'm not. Gonna go ahead and move out with these mutas. And meanwhile, he's gathering his. He's got more than me at the moment. So my first plan was to target the Spire, but then I saw all these overlords here, and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna get him back. Gonna get a few of his overlords, but then the corruptors come in, and that's when I chicken out and get the hell out of there, because I am not going one-on-one against corruptors. I do have some more mutas here. I'm not sure if I realized that yet. And his expansion is almost done, and he's getting a couple more spine crawlers, because meanwhile, I may have missed it once or twice, but I have been sending lings at him fairly regularly just to keep him busy. Because lings are so expendable, in my opinion. I just build them, and usually my income is better than this, so it's fairly easy to just replace them pretty much instantly. So right now we are both getting the flyer attack upgrade, and he is continuing to pump out mutas. He's getting another queen for his expansion. I'm not really sure why. I mean, I thought he had 3 queens. I have no idea how many queens he has, apparently. He's actually doing a pretty good job spreading creep as well, which is something I just did not do at all. And I tend to do that in Zerg versus Zerg. I mean, I know the creep gives me vision, but I'm having a bit of issues there, staying on top of that. But oh my god, I missed it. I sent my mutas in, and I actually managed to take out that Spire in the middle of an upgrade. So that's going to be great, and I'm running back to my spore crawlers. And he has so many mutas and corruptors, he probably could have just killed me off right there. He would have taken some losses for sure, but I mean, look at this flying army he's got. He's in a pretty good position right now. Here I am morphing a bunch of banelings and getting out a bunch of zerglings as well. Getting ready for another ground attack here. And he finally scouts out my 3rd base, and I honestly have nothing here to take care of this. So it looks like that 3rd is going to go down, but in response I'm going to send my lings and my banelings that do have baneling speed. But he has actually got 4 mutas right here that are actually, I mean, I obviously can't do any damage to them, but why did I A-move? This is what happens when you A-move. Alright, finally realizing that I should actually... Oh my god, that's such a waste of mutas. Or banelings, I mean. I did do some damage though, so I mean, it's not all is lost, but let's see what's going on there. He's getting another nice attack in on my natural here, and there it goes. Now all of a sudden I'm just running off 1 base. I don't even have a macro hatch. He is, I mean, my army supply is okay because I've been able to keep some damage up on him. Actually still gnawing away at his natural here, but he's still got all this stuff going on, but I do still have these mutas, and I come in, and this time I'm like, alright, taking out all the drones, and as you can see by the income now, I'm up 46 to 13, but my army is pretty low. He's got a much bigger army than me, but my worker supply is way bigger. So as soon as he finally responds with his mutas and corruptors, I'm like, oh shit, and I come back to my base, which is a little bit of a theme in this replay for sure. So yeah, so things are looking pretty grim for me. Even though I'm managing to pick off so many workers, I'm up to 36 against 3 right now. So that's good, and my income is starting to pick up finally. I mean, I'm floating a bunch of minerals now, but my gas is pretty low. So, I mean, it still at this point it could go either way, and I'm worried about his air army. So look at all these spore crawlers I dropped down. Let's open up the production again. Dropping down all these spore crawlers because this is basically like my retreat zone. I mean, the 2 were technically doing the job because he was scared of them, but I mean, I didn't want him to get too cocky. So here he comes in with all his mutas and just gets completely owned by all those spores. He is going to pick off a couple drones here and there, and he should be targeting down that spine right now. But in the background, I have re-expanded over here, and I'm getting another one here and here. So building 3 hatcheries at once right now, just to, you know, because in case he just outright kills me, I want to be able to still survive and have a chance. And look at all these overlords that look like they're all going to get picked off. He does manage to take out the spire, sorry. So, I mean, no more mutas for me. I have one more coming out. And in response to that, I send my mutas all the way to his base and going for a little bit of a base trade here, taking out that lair because I don't want him to kill me. And look at him going right through all those spores, and he loses a bunch of mutas and corruptors there. Managed to take out the lair. He has re-expanded here though, and he's mining pretty well down here. So this is when I just noticed that. Again, sending lings just to keep him busy, try to keep his multitasking up. And this is kind of bad. He's got a good chance here to kill a bunch of mutas, but I just barely make it back into my base, and he's not going to fly through my spores anymore. But look at this. I mean, I got the bases up now, and this one should be up soon yet. But I still have all my drones just mining off of these minerals here, which I need to be a little bit more prepared for that in the future. I mean, I should transfer like pretty much all of these and just split them up between these 3 bases. But not doing that. Instead, I'm just going right back for lings. I have a lot of money, so I have no problem just busting out lings, but my production isn't really that good considering I don't have queens anywhere. And he's coming back with his mutas again, and these 3 get a little overzealous, and boom, they're all dead. And he's going to notice these lings running out, and he's like, okay, he re-expanded over here. Finally got my queen out, but it's not going to do anything as I lose that expansion yet again. But since his mutas are busy, I come back over here and pick off his macro hatch, hopefully. And so he will be able to kill that off, I think. I will definitely be able to kill this off, and my next target after that is the spawning pool. I believe, anyway. Yeah, the Roachworn I'm not too worried about because my mutas can take care of those, but the getting rid of those Zerglings is a good move here. And he's finally realizing he actually didn't kill that off. Okay, wait, maybe he's gonna do it now. And he's coming back with his corruptors to probably pick off some more overlords. I've got more banelings, more Zerglings, and I'm still just picking off. Now I'm getting all his overlords. He's got me supply capped right now, and I have him supply capped now. So my next goal here is to move over to his natural, but I'm still going to pick off as many overlords as I can. And let's see, he is finally coming back with his air army, and I'm just flooding lings and banelings in there. And this was a bad move by me here as I'm like flying around with my mutas. Actually, no, that's not too bad of a move. Sending them back home, I lost all my lings, and there's a lone baneling that's gonna... Is he gonna do anything? Is he gonna explode on a hatch? Boom! Does no damage at all. So, but again, looking at the minimap, I noticed that his forces are over here, so what do? Looks like I send my lings right at them. There's a bad move there, but this game is getting pretty intense. I mean, it's a long game. We're at 27 minutes already. And I'm pretty much like, I have no money. I have no drones mining, so I finally decide to send these over here. I think I chose this one because it was a little more out of the way. yet. And I do have a few lings that I actually didn't really know were there, but not too bad to have them just in case he's going to send, you know, some sort of scouts out. So here come my mutas coming back for that lair at the expansion. This is okay. No, he's still got a base here, so I mean he's still looking pretty good. And this air army of his can actually take me out, and I still don't have a spire yet. And he is rebuilding his spire. But I actually, hold on, let's go back and take a look at that. How do I go back? B, I think. Yeah. I want to show you guys this because it was pretty cool, I think. Go back a little bit more. Okay, here we go. We'll focus on these mutas here. Coming in for another attack on the lair. He responds fairly quickly and gets over there before I'm able to do too much damage, so I run. And I know he's not going to be following me because he knows I'm going back to base, so I just turn right back around. Get back over here, and I think I decided to target the drones this time because they take a lot less time to kill, and I managed to pick off pretty much all of them. And this is when this is the bad move I wanted to talk about, is when I sent them right through his army, and I actually lose quite a bit of mutas there, which is pretty bad. But as you can see on the production tab, making more lings. I don't really know where they're rallied to right here. They're coming over here. And let's see, where did those mutas go? They're just hiding out here because honestly, once I lose these mutas, it's pretty much over for me. So I'm trying my absolute best to keep them alive. I am mining fairly well over here now, so I'm not too worried about being running out of money, but I still don't have any gas. So let's see, sending in those lings, trying to take out that third, and this is when he just decides to call the GG. Where are my mutas? I just left them there. And yeah, I just thought this was an amazing game. I mean, while I was playing it, it was super intense. My heart was pounding. I really thought I was going to lose because that air army of his, I think if he would have just played it a little bit better, he could have easily killed me, especially when I only had the 2 sports here. But, I mean, luckily enough, I managed to pull off the win. And before I end this video, I just wanted to say thanks again, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. And I promise you the next video I put out will not be a ZvZ because I realize that it's 3 in a row, but I'm really, like, ZvZ is pretty much the main matchup that I've been playing. I'm just facing off against a lot of Zerg, and I'm starting to think that it's my best matchup. So anyway, thanks again, guys, for watching. I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.